Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Vinny Jr. and Phil Foden. These are some of the current contenders for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. Those are very fine players if you ask me, but it just begs the question. What is the quality of football these days? Like, when you look at the players being nominated for Ballon d'Or awards, you can't help but just imagine as the quality of football dropped over the past decade.
Well, I think that football is not what it used to be, right? But I don't think it's it's because of the players who are being nominated for Ballon d'Or. Like, I think players like Mbappe, Foden, Vinicius, Bellingham are players who are very talented actually, and of course they are not Cristiano Ronaldo, they are not Messi,
those guys are aliens.
They are not Neymar, right? Those ones are the cream of the crop. But I think the real way of like looking at it, and the place you should look when you want to know how far football has fallen, is not at the very top, but around the middle. Back in the day, we had Serie A, where even the 8th place team had world-class players, players with huge technical ability and all of that. And nowadays, we don't see that. We don't see that technical ability on show across board. It's very top-heavy. The top teams are great, the rest are rubbish. And for me, that's the biggest problem of football, and that's why we're having what we have now. The level, when you go down, as you go down, the
gulf is too much.
The gulf is too much between the best players and the rest. And for me, that's the problem.
So like, what do you think about that? Do you agree with him?
I don't think the quality has really dropped. Just normal. I feel football is evolving as usual. You can't have the same sort of players as time goes on. I think we have more of utility players and not players that just stick to one side. When you talk about Henry, you know how good Thierry Henry is in front of goals, but now
he could assist,
he could do that. Yeah,
do everything.
But now we have an Erling Braut Haaland, and he just knows how to position and scoring. So I feel it's more different. If you talk about this, that set piece specialist, when you have the man James Ward-Prowse, that's the best when it comes to. Unlike then, you could have more than that, but now till date, the best set piece taker is James Ward-Prowse. So I don't think it has changed. I think there has been a lot of evolving when it comes to football, and that's just the difference. Because so you can't have all at once.
Fair enough. I think I like your opinion too. But for me, if you ask me, football, the quality of football has really dropped, and I'm not going to mention Ronaldo and Messi as
they're in a different class.
Those guys are in a different planet. But when you look at a player like Luis Suarez, when you look at the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and you think about them in another era, and these guys would win the Ballon d'Or how many times? You think about a Neymar. If Neymar just got his break in this era, you know I would dominate football. But because we had people like Messi and Ronaldo on another level, these guys just made it seem like those guys were not doing anything. Suarez has over 500 career goals. Same as
Cavani, are we not looking at? Don't you think we are judging them too early because these players are still getting to that peak?
No, even at 22, we already know what Messi had achieved in terms of the Ballon d'Or.
No, but Messi is different. We're still not going to bring Messi in this conversation.
Yeah, but that's because he was there. He stopped.
But Phil Foden is 23. He has 6 Premier League titles. Now the Premier League players.
Premier League is already a farm. Well, I choose to say for me, the quality of football has dropped, and my final example of this is because when you look at what we define as a good defender these days, you call Trent Alexander-Arnold because he can attack. Meanwhile, that should not be what the definition of what a good defender is. So that's my own opinion on that. But obviously, this is something that will obviously bring, disagreement. People can say football has evolved, coaches have gotten better, training techniques have changed. So hence what we are seeing on the pitch will change. There's also a change in rules, VAR and whatnot can also impact the game. But we will just have to see what people think about that. So I'd like you to join us in the conversation below and give us your thoughts on the subject matter. The question remains a very divisive one as the quality of football dropped over recent years. We'll see you in the comment section.